YouTube. I wanted to film a little story time video for you, let you know what's been going on in my life right now, and just give you kind of a heads up why I've been so quiet everywhere. I've been really quiet on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, and it's basically because 2.5 weeks ago I was at my sister's house. We were swimming and being silly, and I don't know if I have mentioned it on my YouTube before. I had been suffering from plantar fasciitis. If you don't know what that is, it's basically you have a ligament that runs underneath your foot from your toes to your heel, and people that suffer with plantar fasciitis suffer. It's excruciating to walk, especially when you just start off walking. Like your feet have to warm up basically, and they call it a stone bruise. They call it a stone bruise because it basically feels like you're walking on stones and your heels are being bruised. So I'd been suffering with that, but it probably started back in March, and then at the end of July I thought I was feeling better. So we were at my sister's house, we were playing in the pool, and I went to jump into the pool, and I used my toes to kind of lift me up into the pool, or into the air, into the pool, because I was trying to make a splash, and I ruptured my plantar fascia. So that is the ligament that runs underneath. Well, the ligament, when you have plantar fasciitis, there's tiny tears, and that's the reason why it hurts, because you have tears in your ligament. Well, I tore off the ligament. So basically you have this, here's your foot and here's the ligament underneath, and there's the tears when you have plantar fasciitis. Well, when you tear your ligament, I basically did this. I disconnected it from my heel. So any step that I took was excruciating. It was an enormous amount of pain. I could not put any weight on my foot. So putting all this weight on my foot, it really, really hurt. So that happened Saturday night. We went home. We decided to not go to urgent care or emergency room or anything like that, because the pain was only immediate when I stepped on it. So we stayed home that night, and that was Saturday night. And then Sunday night I decided that I would just wait till Monday and call my podiatrist first thing Monday morning. And he saw me on Monday and he's like, yeah, you ruptured it, you tore it off, you tore it clean off, girl. Having a job where I work on my feet the whole time, and it's a very manual labor job, my husband and I basically had to scrounge and decide what we were going to do about work, and thankfully I have a couple of weeks of vacation that were lined up in this little time that I've been off. And so my husband's been working a tremendous amount of hours, thank God for him. And thank God for my mom. She's been coming over and taking care of me, especially that first week where I was just trying to adjust to life without one foot. And the podiatrist, he didn't offer me crutches. Those are things that you have to go and buy on your own. I had to actually Sunday afternoon, a girlfriend brought me over some crutches. My mom brought me over my dad's old walker, and then that night I had posted on Facebook about, does anybody have a knee scooter, and one of my neighbors actually had a knee scooter. So I've been getting around for the most part on the knee scooter and then on crutches. So it's been a really interesting experience, because when I was a little girl, when I was 10 years old, I broke my ankle and I was on crutches then, but I was a little girl. And then when I was 14, I had a hairline fracture in my foot and I was on crutches, but I think I was also in a walking cast, not a walking boot, but a walking cast. So I was able to put a little weight on it. And right now I'm just bandaged up. I don't have any kind of boot or any kind of, I'm not allowed to put any weight on it until Thursday. I go back and the doctor will let me know what the deal is. So please pray for me that, that everything is good and I can start walking on this foot again. I think I'll probably get a walking boot. So I am to return to work in 3 weeks, because my husband and I have vacation the next 2 weeks, and this week he's working for me again. I love you, baby. But basically I've just been reliant on my children and my mom and my husband and my stepdaughter. They've all been pretty much taking care of me. Things that I can't do that I normally do. I mean, if you know me personally, you know that my house, I'm constantly cleaning and I'm constantly moving. Like, I sleep a lot, but then when I wake up, I'm like constantly going. I don't like sit down and stay still until everything that I feel in my head needs to be taken care of is taken care of. So that's been a really big process for me. Like, it's kind of like if I was a man, it would emasculate me. Is that the word? Like, it almost feels like that. It almost feels like someone took away my balls, okay? I'm not a man, but if you know that term, or you know when people say that, that's kind of what I feel like. I feel like my independence is gone. And now that I see it in me, now I pretty much know how my dad felt when his vision went. And you could just, I have sympathy. I have sympathy for all these people that have gone through similar things like this. And another thing that happened to me, we went to Disney World last week, and I had to rent a wheelchair to get around in Disney World. But the last day that we were there, we were supposed to leave Saturday morning, and Saturday morning about 3:30 in the morning, I woke up puking my brains out because I was passing a kidney stone. And that's nothing new to me. I've passed kidney stones since I was 18, and I'm now 40, and so I've passed kidney stones throughout my life. But I mean, this was not at my home. This was in Florida in a timeshare. I'm on crutches, so I'm like hobbling to the bathroom to throw up. Felt horrible. And then I had like a little sense of relief, and so then we decided, okay, let's just go. We're gonna go home. And so we got on the plane. And then on the plane, thankfully, I was able to get in first class. Thankfully, my seniority, thankfully, I've worked there enough years that I was able to hold a first class seat down. And so I didn't have to go too far to the bathroom, but I think I got up like 3 times in a 2-hour flight to go to the restroom to puke my guts out. And I didn't feel relief until about 11 o'clock that night. So having kidney stones and being on crutches and it's just been... It's been hard. It's been a hard time these last 2.5 weeks. So finally today I just said, you know what, I'm going to sit down in front of the camera, put some makeup on, and just putting makeup on just makes me feel good. Like, it just makes me feel like a woman and put together, and I just feel like me. Because if you came to my house and saw my little setup here, it's makeup. Makeup. I mean, makeup is all around me, and so putting on the makeup just made me feel good. And I was like, I'm gonna make some videos and just interact with you guys and let you know how I've been. But you know, honestly, it's just been hard. Like, I cannot tell you how hard this has been, dealing with this pain and this crap. Like, it's just been hard. So I don't know what I was going to say there. Okay, I just wanted to say hello and let you guys know I'm still alive and that I've just been dealing with some stuff. Please pray for me that I can get back on my feet, back on 2 feet, because this is what I do for a living. I mean, I have to be on my feet. You know, this is the time, at these times in my life, like when people want to go skiing and stuff like that, I'm like, if I break a leg, if I hurt my knee, I cannot work. So at times like this, you kind of want an office job, but then if I had an office job, just wouldn't be right. Like, I'm just not an office person. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to let you know what was up with me, but please pray for me that I can get back on my feet, because I know I'm driving my family crazy with how irritable I probably am, or how like quick I am. Like, please, you know, it's like you don't understand. I'm sitting there in the wheelchair, and like in my head I'm like, we need to go this way, and everybody's just like standing there or whatever, when if I was on my feet, I would be leading the way to go that way. You know what I mean? So just pray that, you know, I can get back on my feet so that I can go back to work. I know my husband would like for me to go back to work, and probably my kids would like for me to go back to work so that they could see their daddy a little bit more, because he and I alternate, you know, hours there. But I just wanted to say hello, let you guys know I'm alive, and I'll talk to you guys later.